A California man accused of attempting to assassinate Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh plans to plead guilty, according to court filings obtained by CBS News. Nicholas Roski was arrested outside Kavanaugh's Maryland home in June of 2022, armed with a gun, knife, and tools for a burglary. CBS News Department of Justice correspondent Scott MacFarlane joins us now. Scott, give us some background on how we got here and what exactly Roski is planning to plead guilty to.
Yeah, quite a legal odyssey in this case, Lindsay. It began in 2022, right after the Supreme Court's controversial abortion rights decision, the one that overturned Roe versus Wade. Nicholas Roski of California was allegedly found outside the home of Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. That's in the Maryland suburbs of Washington, D.C. And he was found, in part, according to charging documents reviewed by CBS News, because he called 911 on himself to report that he was there and that he was a danger, allegedly carrying weaponry in a backpack in close proximity to the justice's home. This case has languished in the courts for a few years, Lindsay, in part because of mental health and competency screenings that have been underway. But according to a court filing today, and reviewed by CBS News, he intends to plead guilty. And the public defender in this case is offering up to have the plea agreement hearing on Monday. A guilty plea to a federal charge of attempting to assassinate a Supreme Court justice carries a max sentence of life in prison.
Scott, you've also been following President Trump's crusade against big law firms. What are the updates there?
Another settlement or agreement has been announced by the White House, this time with the Milbank firm, joining a few other firms who are not at all household names, but in the world of D.C. law firms and major law firms, these are the Mount Rushmore of names. He has now secured, the president has, a series of agreements with major firms totaling more than $250 million in pro bono work to support causes or clients the president approves of. There are other firms who have been targeted by the administration who've not cut a deal with him, who are instead been subject to executive orders that strip their security clearances or strip their ability to do business in government buildings or with government clients. Lindsay, they call that a death sentence in the world of law if you can't do business with the government or have a security clearance. These other firms have agreed to do work the president approves of. Lindsay, if this keeps happening, there are going to be deeper concerns about a chilling effect on law firms and characterizations that this may be a form of extortion or shaking down firms.
And Scott, I mentioned the dismissal of the case against Eric Adams. What else should we know there?
Eric Adams' case is now gone. Dismissed with prejudice, cannot be brought again. That is a loss in court for the Trump administration. Big win for the mayor. The Trump administration wanted to dismiss that case, but keep it pending if they have to bring it again in the future. A little bit of leverage to potentially exert over the mayor as he continues as mayor. They no longer can do that. The judge didn't agree that would be appropriate to have that sort of Damocles over the head of the mayor of America's largest city.
Scott MacFarlane, thank you so much.